Hello and Merry Christmas to all of our donut holes. Welcome back to Donut Like, Donut Read.
Ho, ho, ho.
And whatever other holidays you enjoy celebrating, right? We remove all holidays around this time of year. I'm Adam, at your service, and with me I have Clemens.
Ho, ho, hello there.
And Julius.
Hi.
And today we're reading a cute little fic I found in the Harry Potter section. It's called What Can Happen Over Christmas Break, spelled wrong, by Sadistic Pale One. Hermione is dating Ron, but has a secret crush on Draco. So what happens when almost everyone in school is gone, except, without C, Hermione and Draco? This is my first fanfic. So please review and be nice.
Actually,
yeah, everyone, be nice.
I'm
okay?
sorry, I
Actually,
think you
it's-
meant to say he mine.
Yeah.
Hermione and Draco. Yeah, to be fair to this author, I don't think most people would know how to spell Hermione's name just off the top of their head, like if they never saw it before.
Yeah.
Even though they have the tags, it's like they list here like the characters. It's spelled right there, so the writer should know how it's spelled. But whatever. So chapter 1. This is in Hermione's point of view, or POV.
I was sitting in the common room with Harry and Ron doing our homework, well, pretending to anyway. Ron and Terry...
Oh yeah, Hermione was always really... She was notorious for pretending to do her homework.
Yeah. Totally. Ron and Harry were in a heated conversation about Quidditch, something or another.
Quidditch.
Oh yeah, Quidditch. Something or another. I mean, maybe they were talking about Quidditch. Maybe they were talking about the news. Maybe they were talking about the weather. Who knows?
Yeah. Not Hermione. She's only just over there pretending to do her homework, so...
And I was just starting at my open book, pretending to read. But I was really thinking about him. It is silly, I can't even think his name when I am anywhere near Ron or Harry, but I like him a lot. Comma, I don't think he feels the same way, but it doesn't change how I feel. I think I'm in love with him. I think I am in love with Draco Malfoy.
It's weird. You don't have to do those periods like that unless you're actually like talking to somebody. I feel like in your own head it's a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Also, Hermione and Draco are a very popular ship in the Harry Potter fandom.
Really?
It just feels so weird because of how like racist he is.
Yeah.
But I guess that's part of the fun. So
I started to blush at the thought of it. Right, that is why I don't think his name when I am near Ron or Harry. Because you might blush with them not...
yeah.
But they wouldn't know why you're blushing.
Yeah, they probably go over their heads. It definitely would go over Ron's head.
Except maybe she's one of those persons who speaks every thought out.
Maybe. So I guess... Yeah. I mean, she did kind of speak that one line out there above, so in her own head at least.
It's getting late and you two are leaving early. We should get to bed, I said, realizing it was almost 2 a.m.
Relax, Hermione. We can sleep on the train.
Ron shot back at me.
I didn't want to try doing a Ron voice. I don't think it would have done well.
I swear, he is PMS or something. What?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's very in character for Hermione. For her, I guess Hermione, this is in character.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, I've never been to Hermione.
Oh, jeez.
1 minute he's holding my hand, telling me he loves me, and the next he's mad at me for suggesting he go to bed because he is leaving in less than 4.5 hours.
Why does it... What? He didn't sound like he was mad.
Yeah, he
I
just
guess
said
he shot
relax
back at
Hermione,
her.
we can sleep on the train.
Yeah, I guess.
I
shot
mean, if
back
it was
means
just 4 hours and then I had to go, I don't know if I would want to sleep in those 4 hours necessarily.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not like they have anything important the next day other than taking the train. So
Yeah. I just can't keep up with him. Fine, I'll see you when you get back. I hope you have a good Christmas, I snapped. For a boy who claims he is totally in love with me, he has an odd way of showing it.
she said, I hope have a good Christmas.
Oh yeah, I hope have a good Christmas. I hope, that's my name, have a good Christmas. It's true.
yeah, her name's.
Wasn't
Man,
Hope...
she's just. Everyone's just so temperamental.
Wait, Hope, wasn't that the main character of Can't Be Fixed? Oh no.
I didn't read that one, so I don't know. But
With that, I picked up my books, headed upstairs, and went straight to bed.
she followed the water right to her bed.
That's gonna be my gangster rap album, Straight to Bed.
The next morning.
When I got up the next morning, it was quiet. It was quite the morning. No girls talking about how hot so-and-so is, or what they should wear. What they should wear. Okay. I don't know how this happened, but somehow I was the only girl in the Gryffindor house who chose to stay here over Christmas break.
Break spelled like the brake of a car. Yeah, that's weird considering like she has Muggle parents who she never sees. So
Yeah. I mean, I think we should pull the brake on Christmas.
and do what? Celebrate Hanukkah instead?
Maybe. Or just not celebrate at all. Or just celebrate,
No,
but slow down.
Yeah, honestly, like my wife and I nowadays we just celebrate Christmas by ourselves. We go and get Chinese food, and we don't run around to all of our families. We see our families on the other days around the holidays because it's like it's nice to not run everywhere on Christmas. You know?
Yeah.
Legitimately. So
That I was okay with, but unfortunately everyone I was friends with was also gone. This I was not so crazy about. So I just got up and got ready for the day. Since there are no classes today, I decided to just wear my mogul clothes instead of my uniform. I ended up wearing a pair of tight-fitting blue jeans and a black sweat shirt that clung to me perfectly. Clung is a weird word to use in that context.
they're probably I don't know. I don't think this story gets too sexual or anything. So it's not like they described it further.
Not
beyond
even
that. Maybe
that.
we're supposed to
It's
kind of
that
infer.
clung kind of sounds like. It sounds like a wet t-shirt clinging to your body, if you know what I mean.
Well, I guess that's how you attract Draco Malfoy. You like spray yourself with water, and then you just go downstairs. You know.
Yeah, probably. Then I just threw my hair up, brushed my teeth, and headed down to breakfast. When I got there, I was really shocked. There was only one table out. I knew a lot of people were going home, but this was crazy. There were 3 other people sitting at the table that I did not recognize, all wearing mogul clothing.
Like fashion mogul clothing.
Yeah.
Everyone in Hogwarts dresses to the nines when they're not in their robes.
They're all wearing, like, stuff out of out of a Karl Lagerfeld collection or something. And then I saw Draco sitting there looking kind of angry. And he was sitting by himself. That was different. Normally, he had crab and goyle, or some other sliverance with him. Sliverance. Then he looked up at me and said in a formal tone,
Hey, Granger, come here. I have this great speech. You have to hear it.
Hey, Hermione, you wanna listen to my podcast? I sat opposite
It's probably I was gonna say, it's probably a podcast about, just a bunch, I don't know, probably just a bunch of really racist, very strong political views about, from the pureblood wizarding community.
Oh, yeah. I sat opposite of him, a million questions ruining through my mind when he spoke.
I know he aren't friends or anything, but all the other Slytherins went home for the holidays. And I know all your friends are gone too. So would you mind if we, I don't know, pretend we are friends or something until they get back?
Yeah, sure, that's how it works.
Why would you need to pretend if no one else is around?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you just hang out. I guess you could say, let's act like we're friends, and we're not going to, but it's a weird way to say it.
I just stared at him for a second. Then, without thinking, I said, Yes, so what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I like to ride.
What? The Wright brothers?
Yeah, he's a big fan of aviation.
Phoenix Wright? You wanna play Ace Attorney with me?
I guess he's into that. I guess he's into that kind of video game.
He seemed almost embraced about telling me this.
How do you get that from embarrassed? It's not even close.
What do you write about? He thought about that for a second.
Mostly my family and what it was like growing up.
So he's already working on his autobiography.
Yeah.
He's thinking forward.
Oh no. Yeah, it's like one of these narcissistic autobiographies.
That definitely does fit something he would write.
Yeah.
Like at least the pre 7th year Draco would definitely write something very narcissistic about himself. I think afterwards it might maybe not as much, but
I realized I was staring at him, so I looked down for some food and grabbed an apple and took a bite of it. It sounds interesting. I can't imagine what it was like growing up in the wizard world. He was looking at me very strangely, then said,
Really?
I chuckled under my breath. Yeah, would you tell me about it? About what it was like for you growing up? Then he got a devilish smile on his face and said,
Follow me.
Man. I stood up and walked around the table and followed him out of the great hall.
Man, it's just... Remember that time I called you a mudblood and made you cry?
Yeah, but I forgive you. That was in the
friends.
past. Yeah, it's basically like in Turned Bad, New Life, New Conflict, where Tyler and Alvin meet on the plane. And they're just like, oh yeah, let's forget we're enemies for this flight.
Yeah. just having a good time, just trying to make the most of your time before you have to start following social norms again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this weird Christmas special where enemies hang out together.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened in World War II. No, World War I, that happened. Opposite sides of the conflict actually, like, during the trench warfare, hung out with each other on Christmas Eve. It was actually I think they made a movie based on it.
Yeah, I saw this, one of the movies made about that in class.
Yeah. I guess maybe that's where the author is drawing their inspiration from. So looking at some reviews for Chapter 1, Library Beauty says, "Your story is very good. I like your ideas. There are a few spelling mistakes, but that's okay because everyone makes them. Keep it up. Added to my favorites." Okay, there's some of these reviews are pretty long. Like, I don't know if I feel like reading these. You guys want to read any of these?
I mean, I don't think we need to read them. They're honestly pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah. Like, poor grammar, poor spelling, but it's like making some good points. Like, Draco wouldn't just change his character like that for no explained reason, which is true. I do find it a little concerning that they say that the story isn't bad. I mean, I'm sure the person who wrote this was a kid when they wrote this, and I know we all wrote stuff that wasn't great when we were younger.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, yeah, but they're giving constructive criticism, so...
Yeah. That's good, though. I mean, I guess they're nicer than we are.
Yeah.
We should probably take a note from them. Well, but I understand, again, if Sadistic Pale One was probably a kid when they wrote this, and it's okay that, your first stories aren't amazing. My first stories sucked. So, yeah.
Draco's POV. I was just sitting there staring at the letter I had received almost a week ago, as everyone around me was packing for the holidays. Everyone in my house was leaving, everyone but me. As I sit here, I read it again.
Dear Draco, your mother and I have been invited to spend the holidays with the Minister of Magic. However, this means you are to spend the holidays at school. Hope all is well. Lucius Malfoy.
More like Luscious Malfoy.
Is that how that's spelled, Luscious? That's a dick move, though. It's like, oh, by the way, we're spending you don't get to hang out with the minister. Just stay at school, you little piece of shit.
Yeah.
I respect you so little, I misspell my own name. Well, at least he wrote this time. When I was the first year, I just showed up at home to no one but a house elf. I would rather be here than do that again.
Yeah, so his parents are confirmed pieces of shit. So, okay.
I could have asked someone if I could spend the holidays with them, but then I would have to tell them that my parents would rather spend time with a minister than their only son. Okay.
The writing seems a little bit better now. Like, more cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they know about the singular them, so props to them.
Yeah, it looks like they really put some more effort into this chapter. Hey Draco, so why is it that you are staying here for the holidays?
Crab asked, trying to fit the rest of his emergence snack stash into his trunk.
That's the name of my new album, Emergent Snacks Stash.
How many times do I have to tell you? I snapped at him. I don't want to be with my parents. They always make such a fuss when I come home. I just don't want to deal with it. He just shrugged and went back to his packing. In all honesty, my parents never made any kind of fuss over me when I was home.
Aww.
If it was up to them, I would be here year-round. It doesn't matter, this is what I have to live with, and it is not going to change anytime soon.
The next morning.
By the time I woke up, everyone had already left. I'm not complaining. Well, I might as well go down to breakfast to see who decided to stay here. So I put on a pair of jeans and a green t-shirt.
I don't like the idea of Draco wearing jeans. It doesn't sound natural. I don't know. I feel like that guy's probably like if he's not in his school robes, he's probably like in a suit or some shit.
Yeah.
When I arrived in the Great Hall, there was only one table, and I was the first to arrive. I sat on the end closest to the door, hoping anyone, would come soon. So I just sat there, sipping some orange juice. I wasn't really hungry, just bored, really. About 5 minutes later, a boy and 2 girls I did not recognize,
yeah.
Walked straight past me and sat on the other side of the table. I just sat there sipping my juice. I tried to listen to the conversation the others were having, but I soon lost interest. So I did what I always did when I was bored of this world. I thought about her. The way she bits her bottom lip when she reads a book, or how she can write 3 times faster than anyone I know, and her handwriting is still so beautiful and elegant.
Oh yeah, babe, show me some of that handwriting.
He's a sexual, you know? He's into beautiful handwriting.
Yeah.
I feel bad that I am always so mean to her and call he a mudblood. Dude, don't misgender her mine.
Yeah, it's her mine, not him mine.
I mean, the author does spell it he mine in the title also, so...
Okay, yeah.
I guess maybe
he's talking about he mine, not about her mine.
Yeah. Maybe both Hermione and he mine are just gender fluid. Which, we respect that.
It is just how I was raised and what people expect of me. I really don't care about who her parents are. I just know I like her a lot. She is going out with that Weasley guy anyway.
Weasley.
They somehow made Weasley even more complicated to spell.
Just the thought of her with him, it just makes me so mad. I don't even have any right to be angry, but I am. When my thoughts were distracted by someone entering the Great Hall, when I looked up, I was shocked to see her, my personal ray of sunshine, coming towards the table.
Personal ray of sunshine, okay.
I see what you were trying to go there, author,
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's a little weird.
Without even thinking, I looked up at her and said, "Hey Granger, come here." She just looked at me shocked for a second then came and sat on the opposite side of the table facing me. "Okay, Draco, it's now or never, just be nice, you can do this." Deep breath.
So did he say, he just thought deep breath, or did he actually deeply breathe in? Maybe
Now,
both.
don't forget breathing, Draco.
I know we aren't friends or anything, but all the other Slytherins went home for the holidays. And I know all your friends are gone too. So would you
Gone to where?
So would you mind if we, I don't know, pretend we are friends or something until they get back?
So a lot of this is verbatim, but it is spelled better.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I just don't understand why we have to have the same scene again, but from Draco's POV.
I guess it actually adds his thoughts in between the lines.
I guess, yeah.
So that's different, but it's also not like... It's not as though I think we're really getting a whole lot, but we should, I guess, keep reading to find out.
I asked, silently praying she say yes. She just stared at me blankly for a second and then answered.
Yes.
Awkward silence.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
She asked. I like to write. I don't know why I just told her that.
Because she asked you.
I have never told anyone that before, but it is what I like to do.
So
it's
no
what
one has
I
ever
do.
Asked him.
I write, John.
No
it's
one's
what I
ever
do.
asked him before.
She seemed interested in this.
What do you write about?
I decided I would try to stick to honesty here.
Try.
Was he lying before?
Mostly my family and what it was like growing up. She stared at me for a second, grabbed an apple and took a bite out of it. Then she looked back at me with those big, beautiful eyes.
It sounds interesting. I can't imagine what it was like growing up in the wizard world.
I was shocked. It doesn't seem so interesting to me. It is just what it is.
Yeah, it's just that we're magical and shit, but I mean, that's just what it is.
I mean, to a wizard, it's pretty ordinary, I imagine. But you would think it's weird that he thinks it's shocking that someone who grew up around muggles would, like, he thinks it's so weird that you think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, it is just what it is it is what it is a common euphemism. It is just what it is I don't know. It's a weird way to phrase it.
I was at a loss for words, so is imply said really. She seemed to have to stop herself from laughing.
Yeah, would you tell me about it? About what it was like for you growing up?
Right then I knew what I needed to do, and I could not help but smile about it.
To doobie-doobie-doo?
About.
Yeah, just the random part of a brain sending him music rhythms. Hey Hermione, I have a song on my mind. It goes do. So I simply said, follow me. She had this look of confusion on her face, but nonetheless, she got up and went around the table and followed me out of the great hall.
Authors A.N. Okay, so what did you think? Please R&R. Don't actually review, as always, but we will look at some of the other reviews. This is from 2008. This author's clearly moved on. Some people were asking for more.
Yeah,
Sugar Lily says, this chapter wasn't bad at all, but to be frank, I was still rather distracted by your spelling errors. And to be fair to the author, like we said, there were far fewer of them that chapter.
Yeah. So, you could tell the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely made an effort to clean up their what they were trying to say. I am disappointed this didn't get more chapters. I kind of wanted to figure out what happened next, just because it would have been...
I guess we'll have to write our own headcanons.
Yeah, again, well, you shouldn't respond to this author. You should totally write your own headcanon for what Hermione and Draco did over Christmas break. So
yeah, and the story is from 2008, and Sarah Craig 2015 asked in 2017, more please.
She wanted more.
I still believe.
That's gotta be weird, though, when you get a review 9 years later on a story you haven't touched, and they ask for more.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I've left stories that I plan to go back to that are old, but... just... yeah. Well, that was a nice little look into the world of Hermione Granger over the holidays. And as per usual, you guys can check out the Discord, where we like to hang out sometimes. If you ever have any story requests, you can put them in the request channel, and we can check those out. Don't put them in the YouTube comments, we might not see those. And yeah, we hope you, whatever holiday you're celebrating this time of year, we hope you're having a good time. And remember, if you do not like, do not read.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Later.